Alright, hi and welcome back to our educators channel. So for today I'm going to continue revising chapter 3 for form 4, which is about the mole concept. Okay, but in this video we are not focusing about the mole concept, we are focusing about the chemical formula, which is 3.3 lah, basically 3.3 chemical formula. Okay, so for this video I'm going to do two separate version. One is for Malay version, another one is for English version. So I will be discussing around a few targeted questions that I think it's important to discuss. So this video is totally in English, so I'm going to give the answers in English because this is homework that I gave to my students for last week. Okay, and I already marked their exercises, but for this week I'm going to give the answers. Okay, so the question is about diagram 3 shows the heating process of one carbonate salt in the laboratory. If you're an SPM candidate, you should know about carbonate salt by now, because carbonate salt you learn in chapter 6, correct? You learn in chapter 6, you did the experiment about that. If I'm mistaken, experiment 6.7. okay, you did experiment 6.7. You are conduct how the carbonate salt is responding for the heating process. Okay, so the first question is about what is the function of lime water. Okay, lime water in the experiment in diagram 3. So this question bring 1 mark for you and you should give the best answer. So why we use lime water? In your syllabus, lime water is only be used to show or detect, you can use this as the keyword, the presence of carbon dioxide. Okay, don't simply put carbon dioxide, put carbon dioxide gas. So then only it's a complete set answer. Okay, you can't simply say carbon dioxide. What is carbon dioxide? It is a gas, so just write completely carbon dioxide gas. Okay, the next question is write the chemical equation for this reaction. Okay, so this reaction is between carbonate salt and heating, right? So it's simply when your carbonate salt not decompose, when it's terurai. What's terurai in English? Oh yeah, correct, decompose. The word is decompose. So when your zinc carbonate salt decompose, what does it going to produce? Okay, remember that for this decomposition you only learn about two things. Decomposition, you only learn for nitrate salt and also carbonate salt. Okay, so if nitrate salt decompose, it going to produce metal oxide, nitrogen dioxide gas and oxygen gas. Okay, while your carbonate salt, if it decompose, it going to produce, okay, I write first ZnCO3. Okay, do you know how I get this ZnCO3 formula? Okay, zinc, right, Zn2 plus, carbonate CO3 2 minus. So this is 2 plus, this is 2 minus, same charge, so we can cancel. So ZnCO3. So this is formula for the zinc carbonate. So when this particular salt decompose, it's going to produce metal oxide. So the metal here is zinc. So zinc oxide lah. Okay, how I know the formula of zinc oxide? Zinc is Zn2 plus, oxide is O2 minus, positive 2 and negative 2 boleh cancel because same charge. So ZnO sahajalah the answer, and CO2. So betul lah, this is the final answer for this question. Okay, now I'm going to ask you, is there any situation for us to balance this equation, or is this equation is already in a balanced form? Sure, let me down in the comment box. So the thing is, it's already balanced lah. How do I know it's already balanced? Cuba tengok how many zinc that you have on this side. Only one. This side also one zinc. How many C you have here? One C. Here also one C. How many oxygen you have here? You have 3. You have 1 here and another 2 here. So totally 3 lah. So semua balance. Okay, then the last one. Okay, state the quantitative information. Okay, basically quantitative information is something that you are defining back the chemical equation. So if you want to give the quantitative information, you have to see the chemical equation. Fine, it's not something that coming from other things. Quantitative information or qualitative information is based on your chemical equation. If qualitative equation, okay, it going to involve the state of matter. Faham tak? We have to say this is solid, this is what we have to say that. But usually exam questions going to ask quantitative information only. So the answer is, well, what is the quantitative information? You just define back this equation. Okay, how many mole of ZnCO3? You see in front of ZnCO3 only one, right? So 1 mole lah. 1 mole ZnCO3. Okay, can you say what do you call that, split? No, because usually candidate loves to put split. No, it's not split. Decompose, because this salt are decomposing salt. Okay, because when they say heating, it confirm it's about decomposition process. Okay, so just write lah, 1 mole ZnCO3 decompose, okay, producing what? Write back lah, 1 mole ZnO and 1 mole CO2. So this whole thing going to bring you the 1 mark, because you're defining back this chemical equation by stating the number in front of each of the product and then the name. Okay, no need to spell the name, just write the chemical formula. Fine, so this is only answer. Okay, so how do the marker give answer for give marks for you in the examination? I will show you in a while. And the last question, okay, calculate the volume of gas released when 0.025 mole of zinc carbonate is heated strongly. Okay, so to calculate the volume, the mole, whatever it is, write back the chemical equation. Okay, that is the first step. You should write the chemical equation. ZnCO3 decompose, produce ZnO and CO2. Okay, so after you write the chemical equation, write the information that you have. You have the number of mole for zinc carbonate, so write that. Number of mole we use n, small n, not capital N, 0.025 mole. Okay, so this information is about ZnCO3. That's why I write it exactly down of ZnCO3. And what do you want to find? You want to find volume of CO2. Put the question mark. So basically in your calculation, this filler and this filler only involved, which means ZnCO3 and CO2 only in the calculation, while this particular thing is not in your calculation because we don't have anything about this. We don't have any information about that, and the question also didn't ask anything about this filler, so no need to care on him lah. Okay, but you have to write the equation, so you have to put it lah. Okay, then calculate. Okay, we have the number of moles of this one. So what should we have other than that? Remember, for the further calculation, mostly we need number of mole. So we have number of mole of this filler, so we do ratio method. Okay, what is ratio method is based on your chemical equation. This is your chemical equation, right? I asked you to write a chemical equation, right? So what is the relationship of this filler and this filler in a chemical equation? Basically 1 mole ZnCO3 producing 1 mole CO2. How do I know this is 1 mole and 1 mole? This one also 1 mole, this one also 1 mole. So this statement is from the chemical equation. That is why a chemical equation is very important. And then after that, write about the number of moles that we have in lab. In lab we only have 0.025 mole, correct? So just write it exactly down this ZnCO3. So 0.025 mole. Okay, so how about this filler CO2? We don't have the number of mole in lab, so find it out lah. If 1 mole ZnCO3 produce 0.025, this one also 1 mole, so X is exactly equal to 0.025 mole, correct? But we need what? We need the volume. So do you remember the formula that relating volume and number of mole? Yes, it is number of moles equal to volume over molar volume. So you have the number of moles, right? So write lah, number of moles. Straight away write the formula. Okay, number of moles, which is in mole unit, you times with molar volume. Okay, so when you times with molar value, you get the volume back, betul? So I just put question mark. Why do I put question mark? Because up here for volume I put question mark. So I just use the same what you call that, the same sign to indicate that it is about volume. Or you want to write volume of CO2 also can, no problem. Okay, how many number of moles of CO2 we have? 0.025 lah. So 0.025 mole. And what is the molar mass? See here, they gave 24 decimeter cube 1, 24 decimeter cube, mole negative 1. So cut the mole and mole. So what you have as the remaining is the final answer. Okay, so now it's time for you to press your calculator correctly. So when you press your calculator, you got 0.6 decimeter cube. So this is the final answer. So that's it lah. This is the thing. Okay, so how do we give the marks? Okay, come start from this up one. Okay, so the first question they're asking about the function, right? So the compulsory word that we want you to show is presence of carbon dioxide gas. Yeah, to show the presence of carbon dioxide gas or to detect. Correct lah. This whole thing bring you this to show and the presence. So this is the keywords that should be there. Okay, know this keyword, no marks. Okay, don't say that, oh, I put presence of carbon dioxide gas. What presence of carbon dioxide gas? To show lah whether the carbon dioxide gas exists or no. So just write in a chomel sentence, to detect or show the presence of carbon dioxide gas. Basically we use detect. Why does detect means mengesan? So we would detect lah, so better use detect. Okay, so I padam lah this show, tak perlu pun. Okay, and write the chemical equation. Okay, for this chemical equation, how was your marking scheme is, your first mark is for the chemical formula of the substance, which means for the reactants and products should be correct, then you'll get the first mark. Either one wrong, you won't get the first mark. And second mark is the balanced chemical equation. So all your formula for the product and reagent corrects, and the what you call that, the equation is balanced, so you got two mark. So like me, I will simply put 2 tick lah, so indicates that you got 2 marks. Okay, and then quantitative information. So we want this whole 1 mole to be there, this whole 1 mole and this whole 1 mole. Okay, all 1 mole ada. And then decompose, producing, see, all these are keywords. So everything is there, then you'll get the 1 mark. Anything you missed out, let's say you tak tulis unit mole, 1 ZnCO3 decompose producing 1 ZNO and 1 CO2, wrong. We want the word mole. Mole ini menunjukkan bilangan. So in chemistry, to show the bilangan, we use mole. Faham? So it's very important. Okay, and then the final answer. Okay, this is a crucial part. If let's say you don't have the chemical equation, you have to write back. Like here you already write back, so you already get the mark for chemical equation up there. So your first mark is the number of mole. Okay, number of mole of what? Okay, what you want to find? The number, the volume of gas release, right? So the number of mole of the gas should be the first mark. So this particular filler is the first mark. Okay, and then you multiply it, correct? So these 2 steps with final answer, correct value, correct unit, then you will get the second mark. So dapatlah 2 markah. So this is how it works. So I want you to betul-betul pay attention answering another few questions. So that's all from me for this video. I'll meet you in next video with a new subtopic. Bye bye.